Hello and welcome to Mystical Journeys Reading. This is Evelyn. You are welcome if you're just joining newly, and if you're returning, thank you, thank you for supporting this channel. This is an updated reading for relationships for September. This is an updated reading. As I said at the beginning of September, we will be diving deep into the updated energetics for September. So today we're doing a relationship energetics for the month of September. Take what resonates. As always, this is a timeless reading. It's not only meant for September. When you see this reading, you are meant to see this reading. I also do private reading. The links to my website is in the About page, and how you can request a reading is on my website as well. And you can also check my website on other services that I offer. I don't only do readings. I offer other spiritual therapies as well. So we are going to, as part of this reading, we are going to tap into the Moonology messages to get the energetics for relationship in this reading. We'll use tarot card to get more messages, detailed messages about what this energetic means, and we'll get guidance cards. So depending on what I am guided to do, we will definitely get the energetics for relationships here. So as I lay the cards, remember this reading may not resonate with everyone. If the reading is of use to you, please leave feedbacks. I'd like to hear from you. And if you'd like a private reading, the links are in the About page. So let's get started. We ask for truth and accuracy to be upheld throughout this reading, and so it is, and for our ancestors to be here present, and our higher self, and so it is. So what is a card is already falling already, so I am going to pick that as an indication of the energetics. Shadow walk. This card is still showing up, so there's shadow walks to be done. I think it did show up on relationship the last time. So I feel on a collective level the energetics is still on shadow walk. What is playing up in your relationships? What past trauma is coming up in your relationships? What past trauma are you reflecting in your relationship? Because relationships are a tool for growth as well as a tool for exploring ourselves, knowing more about ourselves. They are also a tool for healing. They are a technology for healing, a place where we can honestly be vulnerable, be ourselves, be vulnerable. So I feel like the energetics is still saying shadow work is required. This is really highlighted. And because the template of relationships are upgrading now, the way we do relationships are no longer going to be the same. So this is why the energetics shadow work is coming up. Shadow work is healing all of the barriers that we have to loving ourselves. So this is self-love. Where are you reflecting your shadow to another person? Where are you not abdicating? Where are you abdicating responsibility or your power to another person that you are in relationship with? So I feel this is the message that Spirit wants to pass across to the collective at this point in time. Take what resonates, trust your process. I'm going to take one more card for relationship. So one more card for relationship, and then we'll go into, okay, another one is falling again. I feel two cards are falling now. The two cards that have come out are falling. So things are falling apart in the way that relationships are done. So some of you could be experiencing your love life falling apart. And some of you could be experiencing a brand new love life, you know. Some of you are yet. Just want to position this so that the camera can pick it. So some of you, it's a day moon. Some of you, you're about to see the light of day in relationships, in the type of relationship that you are wanting. So Spirit is actually giving me these two opposing cards. So one of them is light and one of them is shadow. You see? So these two scenarios, these two dynamics are actually playing in relationships right now. So where in relationship are you experiencing the shadow? So some of you could be experiencing the shadow, and some of you could be coming out of that shadow and getting ready for this, and some of you are already in love. And this is also, I feel this is more about self-love, because when we love ourselves, when we've given ourselves the love that we give to other people, we begin to, this is where we experience the shadow side, because you are giving the love that you're meant to give to yourself away to another person. And some of you are, I feel some of you are in the process of self-love as well. You are loving yourself. You are on that journey. You're taking steps. When you love yourself, you would know what true love means. Because by loving yourself, we are giving the other person that we are in relationship permission to be themselves. And likewise, they do the same for you. They give you permission to be your own self. So there's polarities. I feel like there's these two polarities acting up in relationship right now. Where are you in these two polarities? Where are you in these two polarities? Because where we are coming, we want to be in the middle. We don't want to be on one opposite end and the other. We want to be in the middle so that things can come into balance. Your relationship life, our relationship life, relationship with ourselves, and relationship with other people is calling to be balanced. Is calling to be balanced. Whereas, toxicity, we are dropping toxicity and we are coming into that loving ourselves, right? That loving ourselves. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm loving this energetics already. Shadow and love. Where are you in fear versus where are you in love when it comes to relationship? Are you acting out of fear versus acting in love when it comes to relationship? So let's use, we're going to use the tarot card to dive into this a bit more. I love this already. So give me more cards for the shadow. Give me more cards for the shadow face, please. What do I need to see? Give me more information. More information on the shadow cards. More information on the shadow cards. Okay. Okay. Judgments. I'm going to pick 3 cards for each. Judgments. Let's pick 3 cards. So, okay. Give me more cards for the love, please. Give me more cards for the love. Give me more cards for the love. As you know, you guys, I like to position my cards. Give me more cards for love. Give me more information on love. Okay, moving to calmer waters. Some of you could, wow, Wheel of Fortune. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. It's like everything is in place. So on the shadow side, I believe there's some of you are being So this is the three cards. So what I feel on the shadow cards, so what spirit is giving, there's a lot of conflict, you see. So there's conflicting. So some of you are ending in conflict. Some of you are ending in conflict. I feel some of you are getting an awakening. So the awakening is to do the work on yourself. Is to do the work on yourself. King of Cups. King of Cups is all. You see this figure here. So this figure is sitting balanced. Some of you are needing to balance. There's an awakening, a balance in the cup that you give to yourself, the love that you give to yourself. And perhaps some of you could also, this is a Cancer card as well, King of Cups. Although this is not signed reading, this is for every sign. So this is not for a specific sign. So I feel like some of you are awakening to what you are wanting in relationship. There's an awakening in relationship happening. There's an awakening. So the judgment, there's karmic. Some of you are balancing karmic implication, karmic situation, karmic debts in relationship. Some of you are needing to resolve love, what it means. So Spirit is saying, what does it mean to love yourself? What does it mean to sit on that throne? What does it mean to give yourself the cup? And what does it mean to share this cup with another? So some of you could be sharing this cup in a very conflicting way right now. So some of you, I'll use the one, some of you could be sharing this love in a very conflicting way. Because why? You are not first loving yourself. So there is this so there's the judgment. So the judgment in current relationship, in the way that relationships in general are playing is. There's an awakening in how we do relationship, in how we do love. So Spirit is calling, particularly with this shadow work, they're calling for, how do you do self-love? How do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself enough, if you don't love yourself enough, you begin to really, really be bitter. Because why? Because you've been giving your cup to people who do not deserve you. Some of you are giving your cup of love, your love, to people who don't deserve it. And I feel some of you are walking away. Some of you are, see this figure here, some of you are walking away in shame, maybe in doubt, in guilt. Because why? You've gone through this awakening now. You've realized that you need to fill your own cup in that situation. So some of you are walking away from the situation. You're questioning yourself. You're looking back. Yes, there is the loss. So some of you could be thinking back, the loss that you're feeling when you leave certain people, because of this awakening, because of this self-realization, this self-inquiry. So I feel some of you are entering this process newly. You are recognizing that if you are listening to this reading, if you are seeing this reading, you are meant to see this in your situation now, because you are being called, your soul is calling for that true love. And some of you could be wanting the same old, some of you could be wanting the same old ways, right? But they are saying that the love that you have, the way that relationship are done is not for your highest good. So this is why the major arcana is shaking up the foundations of the current relationship templates to move it to an elevated state. But in order to be able to move, you must let go of something. You must let go of what was. So, and I feel some of you could be in this scenario situation where you are walking away. You're thinking about walking away. You're walking away. Some of you could be thinking about it already. And some of you could be feeling the loss. Some of you could be doubting yourself. Here, you see this with the sword. This is doubting. Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing by letting somebody go? Because I know what I want now. So some of you could be in this question, and some of you could be conflicted, mental conflict. So this is mental conflict. This is conflicting situation, which does not support the balance of true love, of even loving yourself. So you could be conflicting within yourself, because why? The judgment, the trumpet is blown. The trumpet, the judgment is, this is a divine orchestration. This is a divine point where current existing relationship models no longer serve. And therefore, there must be the letting go. There must be that loss for you to come into what you are wanting. So the shadow walk that must be done. This is the shadow walk, the awakening, the realization of what true love is. What do you want in love? How do you want to feel in love? And what do you need to do in order to receive this love, in order to receive this love here, in order to receive this love? So I feel these are the cards for shadow walk. So there's a lot of awakening in relationship right now. There's a lot of awakenings happening in relationship right now. It's a major shake up in relationship. So Spirit is saying that do not fret the loss, because whatever you lose here, whatever you think you're losing here, whatever you think with this sword that you're losing here, if it's meant to be that true love, you will regain it back here. But first, Spirit is talking about you, your shadow walk. Where are you reflecting your shadow onto another? Where are you reflecting your shadow onto another? So this is what the shadow work is all about. Are you taking that responsibility? Are you taking that responsibility? Some of you have been awakened. Your eyes have been opened for what you are wanting in love. And you find out that what you are wanting is not what you currently have. This is a hard truth. Truth is a hard pill to swallow, but it must be said. Otherwise, I am not doing my work. I'm not relaying the message as it should be. So what we have on the love, so to those of you that have been doing this work, on your shadow work, here is what Spirit is saying to you, that you will be moving to calmer waters. You will be moving to calmer waters. The realization that yes, and this could be this is movement. So some of you are leaving this situation. So this is 5 of swords. This is 6 of swords. So they are really putting. So that love message is that love card is really continuing from the shadow. Can you see the progression of the shadow walk? So when you leave that, you are moving to calmer waters in relationship. So some of you are living conflicting situation where you had originally thought that this was your, ride or die situation, ride or die relationship, or soulmate, or whatever that is. You're now finding out that this is not what you want anymore, but you're doubting yourself here. But Spirit said, keep moving, because as you keep moving away from this emotionally troubling water to calmer waters. You see? So you see that figure there. It's almost like she is reflected here. So this person is moving away. She's walking away heavy-hearted. But little did she know that she's moving away to calmer waters. And what happens next? The wheels start turning in relationship. You see? The wheel start to turn in relationship for the better. The wheel of fortune. So you're moving towards your destiny. So this is the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune keep coming up in September. The wheel is still turning in September, even in your relationship. You are moving to your destined path in relationship. And when you start to move on this path of true love, what happens for you is the sun can only shine. You're being your true and authentic self. You're embracing who you are. And this is a love loving your own self in the process. You're freeing yourself from every holds of obligation, every holds of how you should or should not be in relationship. You're freeing yourself and you're living your authentic truth. You see the white, your authentic truth, and white is signifying truth. And you're moving with determination. The red is passion and determination. So your destiny is moving you along in your relationship. Destiny, the wheel of fortune, is at play in relationship, right? Wheel is at destiny. The wheel of destiny is at play. So let me get Oracle deck on these love situations. Let me get an Oracle deck on these love situations. So give me the advice. Give me the advice, or give me more information. So this could be an advice deck. This could be some other information that would come out. So this could be advice or some other information that needs to come out for a relationship, for the collective. Seducing yourself, attraction, teasing, hooking up, dates, third party, you know. So I feel this seduction. So this seduction, this card can be taken up. Again, this card keep coming up in relationship, you know, where some of you want to be seducing, you want to be in that seduction mode. Yes, you're in the attractive mode. Because why? So this card is twofold. So you're seducing in the shadow, in the fear phase. So this is shadow. The shadow is all about what is your fear. Are you seducing in fear, or are you seducing in love? Attraction. So when you're seducing in love, could be attraction, the teasing, the hookups, and the hooking up, and the dates, hooking up to the right people, perhaps hooking up with yourself. But when you're seducing in fear, it's like, yes, there's the third party, there's the temptation. You want to follow multiple party. You're being tempted out of fear to do certain things that is not of your highest good. So there's seduction. I'll probably put this. So this is probably the middle of the card. Seduction. Are you seducing in relationship based on shadow work, or are you being seduced by by destiny? Are you being seduced by shadow, or are you being seduced by destiny? Pick. Choose which side you're on. Identify which side that you are on. Let's get more cards. Let's get more cards. Talking. So I feel there's lots of conversation. Obviously, as this is going on in relationship, there's lots of conversation. And indeed, conversation needs to be had. Conversations need to be had, right? Interested, awaiting messages, text, call, email. So conversation need to be had. So some of you may be in limbo about this. And some of you, because of this, I feel this is because of this conflicting situation. Because some people, when you are being awakened, and you know what you want, some of you could be, you're no longer interested, you don't want to talk to people. And some of you, the other person could be waiting for you to talk, but you've already made this decision to walk away, right? You've already made a decision to walk away, but you've not communicated that to your person, you've not communicated that to the person. You've not communicated your intention, your needs to the other person. So there's a need to have that communication, have that closure in order to move to this phase of the Six of Swords, to move from the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords. Moving forward together. Are you guys moving forward together, or are you moving alone? So this is what needs to be communicated for this wheel to start, for this movement to start happening. One more message, please. One more message. One more message, please, Spirit. One more message. Okay. The golden mirror. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed. So this is an indication of, to those of you that are waiting for someone to have that conversation, I feel like this is the golden mirror. This is what the shadow is also talking about. And some of you that are waiting for conversation and you're not getting it, this is all about the shadow work, guys. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. So this is all an indication of the shadow that is playing up in relationship right now. Seductions. This is all about the shadow again, and it could be the light as well. Because if you are self-love is an attraction. Self-love attracts. So depending on where you are sitting, either from the fear side or from the love side. I also feel like this talking is all about resolution in order to move forward, communication in order to move forward from conflict and to resolve and heal. So I feel like some of you could be communicating, and I also feel like some of you are waiting for communication about where you stand in relationship. Where you stand in relationship. So one more, fear of intimacy. So these are all highlighting the shadow work and why things are, and why the current relationship model is not working, because people are still waiting. Sorry, people are still doing the shadow work on themselves. And some of you could be waiting for communication from this model of relationship. Some of you could be doing the narcissist, could be in a toxic situation, could be self-absorbed. Some of you are in relationship that are one-sided. And some of you could be afraid of intimacy, running away, intensity, and letting go. So some of you could be in this energy as well. So this is all the shadow work that needs to be done. Letting go, the runner. So some of you are running away. So I feel spirit is highlighting, the energetics is leaning more on what can be done, because there is movement, there's positive movement ahead when the shadow work is done. There is positive movements ahead for love when the shadow work is done. I feel because the messages are more focused on the shadow area, the additional messages are more focused on the shadow work area. These are the areas in relationships that are being highlighted right now. So communication, runner and chaser dynamic, seduction, temptation, third party, particularly third party, and toxic behavior in relationship. The golden mirror, right? The golden mirror is indicated in the shadow work. So there's a lot of shadow work. So I feel it's more heavy, that it's heavier on the shadow work side than the love side at the moment when it comes to relationship dynamic. So there's a lot of work. I feel there's a highlight there that the shadow work needs to be done in relationship to move this forward. So the new template of relationship is all about pure love, destined love, moving to calmer waters. So I hope this reading has been of use to you. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, thank you.